Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the news. First story up. Fernando appears to be late. I know, right? But we've got a bunch of news for you, so let's just hop right into it. For those of you that are unaware, the Consumer Electronics Show has been going on now for year after year after year, and, well, unfortunately, it did not happen this year. What that means is that some of it went virtual. Now, as far as that goes, 12 volt has kind of been slowly creeping away from that for years now. Just it has not been the thing. And this year really put a hammer into it. Most car audio manufacturers just decided not even to take place in the virtual side of it, because they really don't have a lot of products coming out this year. Now, there are some companies that have come out with new products, and we will be covering those as they come out. Orca, which is going to be Focal, Moscone, Gladen, Illusion, they have some new products to announce. However, we can't talk about those until February, the first week of February. Nothing too exciting, depending on how you want to look at it, but they do have new products coming out, so that'll be nice. But we do have some new products today, that we can talk about. Let's see what we have first on the list. Oh. This one is brought to us by Amp Global. PAC has come out with the new Dodge Durango dash kit for the years 2014 to 2020. You're going to get a full dash kit replacement with this little tiny screen that goes right here that's showing you this. This is an example of the screen. We did a review end of 2019, I think it was, where we did the Dodge Ram kit. This is built off of that same platform, so this is finally shipping and available for you to purchase. So if you have that Dodge Ram and you've been anxiously waiting for an alternative to what everyone else has offered, well, check it out. You can head over to pac-audio.com and get this kit. They do give you an example. This is the Dodge Ram kit here. This is the Durango kit there. So that is going to be the first of the bits of information. The other day, someone asked me how I felt about DS18, and I was like, good stuff, you know. I have no thought on the matter. However, DS18 has decided to really, they've been coming out with a lot of innovative products as of late. They make a ton of stuff for Jeeps. They make a ton of stuff for the side-by-side market. And then, of course, obviously the loudspeakers are where they're at. But now they have a new line of Deluxe components. So what we're looking at here is, there again, exactly that. We have a Deluxe passive component. They have a three-way set. This is kind of nice because this, I feel, is going to be a bridge product between those people that are into the loudspeakers but might want to get out of that and into something that is, like, I'm going to say normal, but not necessarily normal in this, but for loudspeakers and stuff. And they like the brand. They can now step into a product like this that is that same brand, probably offers a similar sound signature. As you can see here, they have Deluxe two-way sets. They have a Deluxe. They have two three-way sets, as well as a two-way set, passive crossovers for the pair. Obviously, you can head over to DS18 for that. What are your guys' thoughts on things like that? Let me know in the comments. Also, we have today, we're going to be giving away one of the Iasca test discs. I'm sure we'll come up with some awesome idea. Hi, how's everybody doing on this glorious Friday morning? Fernando is running late, so we'll just have him join the party when he gets here. So another short story that I don't want to get too crazy into the comments here. Oh, that might be him. Let's show this. You guys are all big fans. Oh, wrong. Hang on. There you go. You guys are all big fans of Kicker. Hey, you're that. That must be Fernando. Here you go. Kicker won a CES Innovation Award. There again, just because no one is doing CES doesn't mean they don't give out their awards. What they do is they look at manufacturers that have excelled in their industry and come up with new things. And they gave, for the new Solo X, they gave them an Innovation Award. Now this is funny about these awards is that these are for products that don't actually exist yet. So you're giving somebody an award for something that isn't like, isn't even out. Like it's not even on the face of the earth.
The other side. There you go.
There you go. These products don't even exist. Like you can't buy this woofer. Kicker has like one that functions. And this is not a anything to do with Kicker. This is how this always is. There's an innovation award giving for things that aren't even real, so to speak.
Right.
So I think that's I don't know why. I always laugh because there's things that have won innovation awards that we still don't even have yet. Like they never came out. It was just like here's an idea. Oh, that's so amazing. Here's an award.
Yeah.
And we never got the product.
So basically, you say they give you an award for the idea only. That's it.
They give you an idea for the idea only. So it's but so the two stories that you missed was
already?
Yeah, I know.
What?
DS18 came out with a new high-end line of components, 3-way sets and 2-way sets, as well as
I think that was one that they have inexpensive coaxial. I mean,
no, these are
4-way set. It's a 4-way.
This is a high-end set of 3-ways.
Okay.
Yeah, like tweeter, mid-range. Anyways, you can go back watch the show later. And then of course Pat came out with her Durango kit. But let's get into some radio news because I know a lot of you guys are like radio. Pioneer introduces their new modular radio. This is a 6.8-inch touchscreen. Modular means that the screen is unattached from the brain. So like that looks like an L chassis radio there. It is not. Right. It's actually, you can move them apart. Now, in the past, they've had an 8-inch or a 9-inch version of this. This is going to be the new 6-inch version of this. Metra is currently making dash kits for it. But where the story is when is this going to be available? This isn't going to be shipping until mid-summer. So we're talking June or July here. Not only that, but none of the new Pioneer products. Pioneer is going to be out of products probably from, if they still have products available, it's just remaining inventory that retailers have. But other than that, there's nothing being shipped until June or July because of the fire in Japan with the what is it, the chip? Yeah, the chip fire. They were using those chips in the radio. So they're having to, they're going to have a backlog like everyone else of getting these products out. So if you're a Pioneer fanboy, you've been waiting for a 2021 radio, you're going to be waiting until June. But the nice thing about that is it gives you more time to save up.
So the good thing about this this radio is it's going to have the Apple CarPlay.
AKM. Thank you, CarGift.
Apple CarPlay and
Android Auto.
Android Auto wireless.
Yeah, so it's going to have the Wi-Fi built into it. Unlike, I'm guessing the predecessor didn't. I think it's funny how they say the Chevy Camaro. Like, all the cars they could choose, they picked the Chevy Camaro. I mean,
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Chevy Camaro?
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, because they have the little goofy little bubble radio in the newer ones. That, but still, it's like...
Still, yeah.
That car hasn't been knocking doors down to get a new radio put in.
Yeah. So, no, but I can wait.
Yeah, so some of the news that we did miss because we were on vacation, we will go back to as the week goes on because there was a couple things. However, as far as like you're saying there, the new ATM4, that stuff we're gonna wait till February when we can talk about all the Orca products. But definitely really cool, cool stuff that they got coming out of there. But anyway, so that's Pioneer really didn't have much to talk about in the way, except for
I was like, okay.
So this is weird. This is made to go into a footwell. This is made to sit in a pasture footwell. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of like, all right. I mean, if you think about it like this, the Porsche we have here, okay, this has no subwoofer in it. the factory subwoofer is typically attached to that center console, and it doesn't sound bad. Okay, and we know that we can get good bass out of these little weird enclosures. JBL has done it. So there's a chance that Pioneer might be able to do the same thing. I feel this is for a very specific customer, something like, you know, the gentleman with the Viper that wants more bass in his car. This may give us that bass that we're looking for, a little bit more bass. I don't think it's going to be like, but I think it's going to be giving us, I think it might, like, that has a 6 in the rear, and I think if we can put, like, whatever this is up in the front, we might get a little bit, we might get what they're looking for. Might not, but
I do
I'm
remember
anxious
that
to see it.
they came out with the older one.
Oh, that was horrible.
That was like nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So
That was horrible. But we have a chance. We have a chance. I'm excited because I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
A little bass is better than no bass, 100%. And there again, we've been extremely impressed with these small enclosures. I mean, JBL is just freaking knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
Right, but
I mean,
Pioneer's a speaker manufacturer. Supposedly this is what their game is. This is what they do. So there's a chance. There's a chance this might work. Now this might be available already in other countries. I don't know. I didn't go into it.
Right.
You know, I know CarGIF is over there in Portugal. I don't know if they have this available over yet. Anywhere over in that part of the world.
Yeah.
I'd be interested if anyone out there if this piece exists anywhere else other than here in the States, as it were. If they've had a chance to deal with it. Plus, it's up front, right? So that's the thing. There's a lot of things about this that could be great, and a lot of things about it that could totally suck. I mean, if anything, I hope you would have learned by now to give everything at least the benefit of the doubt.
I totally agree. I'm not saying I'm not, but still, I'm looking at it and I'm like.
He says no, they haven't seen it yet. All right, so this might be a brand new product, you know. Yeah. So and we keep talking about JBL. If you guys haven't seen the video we did for the review of the JBL little boombox thing that they came out with. Doubting Nancy over here was totally blown away by it. He absolutely could not believe what came out of that, and neither could I. So, S2000, like I'm saying, there is a ton of cars that even if this thing is a quarter of what we're hoping it to be, will be okay.
Right.
You know, so, and there again.
Did they tell you how much it's going to be? Nothing?
Oh, it's cheap.
It's cheap.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
I think I have the rest of the story here. 20 to 200 hertz, RCA style,
okay.
200. Yeah, I mean, think about what we were looking at yesterday for $299, and it was like, how much? You know, so for $280. So I mean, that's full retail, $280. You figure it's probably going to hit at about $250. It's amplified, so it's got the sub. It's 50 watts, like CarGift was saying. 160 watt max. I always find that amusing when they say 50 watts nominal, 150 watts max.
Why?
It doesn't matter. It's like
it's 50 watts.
It's 50 watts. I mean, is there going to be a peak of? Sure, every amplifier has a random peak, but I mean, come on. But yeah,
then you can buy you 3,000 watts.
Yeah, 98 sensitivity is 98 dB. So I mean, this thing is 50 watts. Is just going to be freaking screaming.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is going to be good. You know,
3 inches deep.
It's stop-start compatible, it looks like. Yeah, so the small size, electrical efficiency, suited for new vehicles and hybrid vehicles. So, I mean, this could be really cool. There again, we all know that, like, you could probably put a 6.5 and a ported enclosure in the back of your car, and it's going to outperform it. But this is in the passenger footwell in a car that, like we said, this Porsche right here, we got nothing unless we're going to custom fab something. So if this is something that, like, this guy would never pay the money it would take to do that, but if I could walk him into this, why wouldn't I try?
I agree.
So they don't say when this is going to be released. My guess is probably it's going to hopefully it won't stick to that same time frame. I'm hoping we'll see this before June or July. We'll have to see what goes on.
Right.
But I'm excited about it nonetheless, just because, hey, why not? Now, On to some more radio news. Oh, yeah, the ILX F409. What could this possibly be? It's a replacement for the F209, 259. So for those of you guys that are like, okay, first off, it does not have wireless CarPlay. Alpine will not have any wireless CarPlay radios until June, July, August. All right, they're in the same boat as everybody else. However, they do have products like this that are going to be available before then because they are not using those chips to make them. Also because Alpine moved from California to Michigan at the beginning of 2020 or the end of 2019. Obviously, 2020 screwed up the year for everybody. They were not ramped up and ready to deal with it because everyone was not back in the office like they were supposed to. Things did not go as planned. However, as we all know, they did help Macintosh come out with that bitching radio for the Jeep. So we're not going to cover that because I feel like now everyone knows that the Jeep Grand Cherokee is going to have a Macintosh system in it, built by Alpine, which we covered on this channel, I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. We totally talk about that.
And if you haven't seen it, by all means, I recommend doing a Google search for Jeep Grand Cherokee Macintosh.
So in some of these groups that we are, people are like, all right, it's 19 speakers and 12 locations with a 17-channel amplifier.
Oh, it's insane.
And it's like, insane. What?
Yeah, why? Oh, shit. Why would we need all that? Anyways, back to this piece here. This is going to be a replacement for the 259. It adds a lot of things that the 259 didn't have, such as iData compatibility. You had to go all the way up to the 309. And the fact that this is 409, naturally everyone would think it's a replacement for the 309. I mean, at the end of the day, technically it's a replacement for both of them. However, the 309 is still available in typical Alpine fashion. When the 259 came out, they sold out the 309 and sales immediately. Because it was like, But, so they still have a 309 available, and there is one or two features that it has over this, and I honestly don't remember what they were because it was like, cares. So if you're a Halo guy and you're into it, the F409 is the new unit that will be coming out. Also to note that the 10-inch or the 11-inch is now shipping and available. The one that we talked about back in this time last year, it finally shipped this month. So if you've been waiting for the uber big Halo radio, you can now get those in your stores. And if you haven't been able to find them, look harder because they're out there and they're available.
Oh yeah.
Next, and I'm more excited about this one, the ILX 407. This is a replacement for the 307, which is kind of been...
650?
No, this is an upgrade from the 650. So this is the one that's going to give you iData. So the 307 was kind of the flagship radio. It's what they based everything off of. It was an L chassis radio. Because remember, you had the 007. Okay, or the 107, which were the wireless CarPlay radios that sucked. And this is so then you had the 307, which of course, when we first reviewed it years ago, because I mean they've had it in the line for 2.5, 3 years, didn't have the scrolling screens. So of course then a later software update fixed that.
They did it,
to bring it up into the standards, because the 309, I'm sorry, the Halo had it. So they just did a software update to bring those up to date. So the new radio this year, probably for the next 2 years, is going to be the 407. This is going to be nice because there again, the problem with the ILX W650, which for one, they're not available right now and they won't be anytime soon. What did he say? He had like 30,000 on back order?
Yes.
I mean, so it's like... Anyway, but the 407 obviously will be more money, but you're getting that iData compatibility, which we so desperately needed in that. They've gone to that short chassis, so what we're basically getting is the high-end W650 that we've always wanted. The 650 was a great platform, but it wasn't like the greatest thing in the world. It's nice, but this will definitely be better.
HD radio and all that stuff.
So all those little odd features that we wish that would have had, we're finally going to get this on the 407. Super excited about that. Plus, you can stack both of those amplifiers onto the back of it. So you have the 4-channel and the mono block that it's capable of doing.
They're amazing. Yeah, like Murphy say. Yeah, they're really nice.
So for those of you guys that are Alpine fans and have been waiting for a more high-end Alpine radio, this is going to be what you're going to replace it with. Now, they make the WRA ILX 407, which is the Jeep version of it. Some of you guys might be familiar with that. Those are the cool little metal brackets that we always tell people to buy to install in their Jeep. If you didn't know, then we tell everyone Alpine makes them, which you can get from Pack Parts out of California. Alpine makes them for these radios so that they just come in a box pre-assembled. So that WRA is going to be updated to this, and it will come ready to go with an RR and all that for your Jeep. So if you're a Jeep guy and you want to keep it a double din, you don't want to do the whole big halo, the whole big restyle kit, this will be available for you to put in your car. Pretty cool there.
Very nice.
Now, before we get on to the next thing, I want to give one of these away.
Okay.
I want to give away the iAska CD. You got the list there. How do you want to do this? Because I mean, I know the giveaways are kind of your thing. Do you want to have them answer a question? What do you want?
I would love to. Yeah, we can answer a question.
You can answer a question? Okay, I'm fine with that. What do you want the question to be?
Let me see.
You were late. You got to do the work.
So I was thinking yesterday about how many manufacturers participate on the Christmas giveaway.
Yeah, all of them.
So they can put it here.
I don't even know how many people participate in
really?
the Christmas week. No, I have no idea. I didn't even pay attention to that. It was just the days just kept rolling. So, a Fiat, not a real Jeep anymore. I don't know about that. I mean, the Wranglers are definitely Wranglers. I feel like the influx of intelligence that Fiat brought to the program is probably a better thing. But yeah, let's be honest. When you think of Jeep, you think of Wrangler.
Oh, yes.
To me, that's the only Jeep that matters. Grand Cherokee is just kind of like an over, it's like, whoa, we got to make this. It's like, okay, whatever. But
oh, you don't mention Elias either.
No, because he's not. It's not really news that anyone would. It's not really news for consumers. You're killing it, man. You got nothing.
I was thinking those things too.
Yeah,
like those two. That's it.
Anyway, let's see. SMD, Caddy, Get Amp, Rack. And
today is what day?
Today is Friday.
Yeah, what is like what?
We didn't even do the weather this morning. Today's the 15th. Still.
The 15th. So we're gonna give him to the guy 15 from the first one. 1, 2.
Can you get to the first one?
4,
so the
5,
first one
6,
was who do you have
8,
as the first
9,
one?
10. First one is Jason.
Okay, all right, go 15
1,
down.
2,
All right, you
3,
figure that out. You
4,
can count to yourself. I'm gonna move on to the next story while you're figuring that out. Fernando. So whoever was the 15th commenter. So I know a lot of you guys are back there going.
It's the same guy. He coming first.
Oh, it was Jason.
Jason Diet.
Diet.
Yeah.
Which is basically my last name with a D, which I find.
Wow, it's crazy.
All right, Jason.
From the first to the
All right, Mr. Jason Diet, and I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if I screwed it up. You has like me. Everyone butchers your last name. But anyways, you are going to get, according to Fernando, you have won the iAska disc.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got to do. So I will send you an email.
You have to sing.
Send me an email to Car Stereo. What is the freaking email?
Car Stereo at Yahoo.
Hold on. I know. I apologize. You guys probably know it before I do. carstereotalk@yahoo.com. That's Jason. Please send me an email with your name and address and whatnot to Car Stereo. carstereotalk@yahoo.com. I think I actually already have his address because he won something on the 12 Days of Christmas. All right, here we go. What is before we get to the last thing? What did Car Gift say here? He's talking about the. There was 19 manufacturers plus Scar. Oh, good. Thanks, guys.
I
18.
People are into it.
You got it right. Thank you. All right. What was it? He said something about. I think he was talking about the 11-inch that 20 include that. It's all right, guys. Thank you for reminding me. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to put the 12 Days of Christmas in my rear view as fast as possible because it was so much work.
So he was asking about like if they have an 11-inch radio.
Yeah, Alpine does have the 11-inch radio, and it is shipping. It is available.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get to this last story before we move on, because to me this is the coolest thing ever.
Oh, okay. Ha. Really?
Alpine has once again decided to get into personal space. They've tried this before with headphones. Fernando does have a set of headphones. I purchased them, could not stand them, and said, "Would you like these?" And he loves them. They're more his speed than mine. But we have a wireless Bluetooth speaker that is waterproof coming from your friends and ours at Alpine. So this is it, guys. This is what we got to look forward to. Who's excited about that? Don't get me wrong. Personal space is a pretty cool thing. Now, I'm not going to take this as a negative. And here's the reason why. I don't know how this is going to sound. But we've heard comparable, and I don't even know how big this is, because let's be honest, every time you see one of these, it could be this big, it could be this big. I don't know. But what makes these unique is that a lot of people like to have sound with them wherever they go. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. A lot of people have weird vehicles or weird criteria.
Yeah.
Okay? And, you know, we're all fanboys to something. All right? Like I have said to Morel, I wish they'd come out with headphones. Because if they come out with headphones like Focal has, I would buy all of them. I would buy every headphone they made. Just because. I love the product. And if it's got their name on it, I want it. I have Morel home speakers. I have the Hagtwar Bluetooth speaker. I like their stuff. I buy their stuff. There are plenty of Alpine fanboys out there. That's why they made the headphones. The problem was when they made the headphones, they didn't do a really good job at marketing them, and they were only available at the Apple Store. Mm-hmm. So it was like they automatically shot themselves in the foot. Because it's like, I mean, I know a lot of you guys out there probably didn't realize that Alpine made headphones. They don't make them anymore, but you could probably Google search and find them. And they had the bass shakers built into the headphones. So in the head bar, they had the Aura bass shaker built into it. So it's like when you flick that switch and turned it on, it was like your head, the bass is just overwhelming. The other thing that was wrong with them is they weren't Bluetooth because of the bass shaker. So it was almost like they hurt the product was going to fail from the get-go. Because they didn't market it right, they weren't Bluetooth, they were wired, no one wanted that thing. That was right when Bluetooth speakers, like Beats by Dre, were just like, they had just gone wireless, and they were doing all the workout commercials and all that fun stuff. So it was like, it was dead before it even got to the store. However, this guy right here, we know that everyone makes these. JBL makes these. Even Tony D'Amore came out with a smaller version of his D-Box that's small like this, which probably gets from a third world country to, you know, compete in this market space. So Alpine going into this is great. Tailgaters, golf carts, backyard pools, all the things that it's like, yes, they do make dedicated things for those, but you might not want to spend the money. You're an Alpine fan. You know this thing is going to have that Alpine sound. Yeah. So why not? I mean, chances are good we're going to get one. I mean, I'll probably buy one just to have and talk about, because it's
throw it in the water, see if it's
I'll throw it in the water. I mean, Kicker has the Bullfrogs. Kicker has headphones. We've got all that stuff, and love the Bullfrog. I mean, we still have it. You know, for those of you who don't remember, they sponsored the show for like a year, so we had 2 of them that we would set up and play music on, and we still have one here that we use for the shop radio, and then you took the other one home. Haley has the water, or the small one that we flew in the pool this over 4th of July and let it float around in the pool as we listen to music. So there again, I don't see a problem with this. I think it's a good idea to get into this. I like to see these companies get out of the box, and it's like, it seems like right now the only thing every manufacturer is doing is it's like, they all want to get in the side-by-side or the marine business. Yeah. So it's like even Alpine, I think, introduced Tubbies this year.
Yeah, they did.
Meaning 2020. So they have Tubbies now. and they have their new marine amp or their new side by the bulletproof amplifiers and stuff like that. It's just like everyone is doing that
for the hot tops. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I have Morel home speakers. Oh, I would love to hear them. Yes, they're spectacular. They're like the car speakers, just in your living room. So yeah, I think this is cool. I don't know if it's going to do very well, because who knows how they. I mean, there again, car stereo shops typically can't sell products like this. Just like we tried to sell headphones.
I just feel like when you go into that, you're competing with a lot of people, and it has to be good. It has to be good.
Oh, it has
For example,
to be good.
like Morel came out with the Hotlar, and it's like, wow, wow.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about the Hagtalar is there again, it brings owning a Morel product down to an affordable level.
Yeah.
And anyone can do it, and it's a very useful product. As far as like almost everyone has something from IKEA, it seems like now. And if they don't, they will eventually.
Yeah.
So to have that Hagtalar, that just slides right in, looks good, blends in. Ours is sitting out in the office now, and the girls use it from time to time when they want to jam out in there, and it's just.
I can't wait to hear it, just to see how it sounds. Why not?
So there we go, guys. That brings you the news. Now keep in mind, as we said at the opening of the show, the CES is weird this year, and most 12-volt companies are not doing it anymore. I think a lot of people just dropped out after SEMA, after Knowledge Fest. It was like, I'm tired of doing these type of things. There are new products that manufacturers are coming out with. However, they didn't feel the pressure to hurry up and come out with them. So we will be talking as time goes on here next week, the week after, and early into February about a lot of new products that are coming out. And of course, we're going to go back and talk about the products that we did miss, because there were a few product releases while we were on hiatus that are pretty big news that we didn't get to cover. So we'll check into that here as time goes on. But for today, that's the end of the news, guys. We want to thank the winner, Mr. Jason Diet, for getting your CD. I will, send me the email and I'll get that out to you in the next couple weeks. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be the next couple weeks. Just because I'm tired of shipping stuff out. And that's it. You guys have a wonderful Friday. We will see you back on the regular channel. That is the 5-Star Network for Saturday YouTube Live Q&A show. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you then.
Bye.
Bye.